That is Stur on TV. That is Stur on social media. That is Stur. You will know that is Stur. Hey! If you want to get the message, no go fear it so. Better turn to your talk show. That is Stur. That is Stur. By word and mouth. That is Stur. All about. Yes, that is Stur. That is Stur. Your talk show. That is Stur. That is Stur.
Good afternoon.
Good
afternoon
afternoon.
today and a
Wow.
beautiful day. Beautiful and hot and sunny day.
Yes, like
Yes,
always.
that's right. And it's a Tuesday and it is the That
That's
is
the
Stur
Stur
Talk Show.
Viral.
The viral talk show. Yes,
Never heard that
I am
word.
Jim Arnold Rabon.
And I'm Charlotte Flowers.
Yes, let's get this thing straight once and for all.
Let's hear it.
Because now people say, matters, on a name on yourself, the viral talk show.
Well, yeah.
And on not have 100,000 viewers or 20,000 viewers. Look here, let me introduce the viral talk show to
The
you
word
guys.
viral.
The word viral. It sounds like one disease, by the way. And
Hey,
you know what I mean? But all the same, look here, viral could be just 10 people. There is no law or rules that says you have to have so many viewers for you to go viral.
That's true.
The word viral is just a name. You could have 10,000 viewers and that's viral. You could have 10 viewers and if we said a viral,
Yep.
You
It's
know,
not contagious like,
you
a
know,
disease.
and,
but
and,
it's
and, you know, it is
once it's on Facebook,
yes,
it's viral already.
It's
because
already
it's already
viral.
streaming.
You got that right. So, don't make people they fool you and ghost they fool you out there. It's like when somebody sees one man or a woman sees somebody, they count out some money there, and only $80 in or $2. You know what I mean?
Some people just don't know how to mind their own business, no?
$42 and got there, they count. And boy, I see, they count a lot of money. You know what I mean? That lot of money enough for you.
In your eyes,
In
that's a
his
lot.
eye, when he talk about, he says this man with a lot of money. He set up the man for getting a coat or something because I know a lot of money for everybody.
And sometimes it's good
You
to mind
know?
your own business.
Yes,
you
but
don't
what-
have to be looking in someone else's
No, but
wallet
I'm
and,
just
you know.
saying what they see as a lot of money for that for
It's-
them. That for them,
Yeah.
lot of money in somebody else's side.
It's a different amount.
You got that right.
different amount.
Same
I
thing
see.
with viral.
Right.
And so we gone viral, by the way.
Right.
Thing done right there.
Well,
That's the Stur Talk Show.
just start things
Yeah,
up
we
once
never
more.
thought, yeah.
Well, we have some hot topics to discuss
Yes,
about
yes.
today,
Well,
Jimbo.
I did tell you now, yes, sir.
I
Yeah,
will
ma.
tell you. Yes. Well, my first thing is
Mhm.
with this whole, when it comes to the teachers union.
Oh, well, yes. That's a story all by itself.
I wonder if it's every year annually we're supposed to be expecting
Well,
this
yes,
to
because
be happening.
it seems to be annually.
Well,
and if it's
I'm wondering,
annually,
it's an annual event.
because
right? It's
like I make sure they
I
come up
am
that
with-
annual event.
Yes, I'm with the teachers, supporting the teachers if they're lack of their pay or whatever. But I think there's a way that we could structure this whole thing that the teachers get the pay that they're supposed to without all the protesting and all of that,
Yeah.
keeping the kids out of school for a while. I think there's ways that we could deal with the whole issue.
Well, I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. Look here. Of all the thousands of teachers that we have, I believe we have, I don't know how many teachers we have in this country, but it's a lot.
It's a lot.
But
It's a lot.
when you look upon the protests, I said alone green.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's
Green
another
like the
thing.
money.
Green like money. But what I'm saying is,
Uh-huh.
these teachers know that they will be getting their
certain-
money
a certain-
sometime in the future.
Yeah.
And some years back, when they went and strike, I came up with something, and that inspired me, that motivated me to write this.
Okay.
I just recently reposted on my Facebook page, a Good Recommendations Belize Facebook page.
Yeah.
It says, someone without a job just said,
Let's hear it.
no, make your job get to your head.
Wow.
And if you feel it like we do, you will know where part barley grow.
Uh-huh.
The proverb teaches what was done, half a loaf is better than none. We learn, forgive, and take advice, but we think hard for make sacrifice. And we need to be there to make sacrifice for ourselves, and in this case, for the thousands of people that the government owe.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be aware of the sacrifices that they should make, not just for
Right,
themselves, but for the
right.
nation of Belize.
For the future
Because right
generation.
now the Prime Minister did say that our government will be having to pay them, the Belizean people will take one lily. So
Well,
everybody
this
have
is
to
the thing,
sacrifice.
the pressure is always on the government.
Yeah, but
And,
yeah.
and I say even the teachers, they could design a way how they could make an extra income. I know I'm generating this money every month as
Right.
my pay. I'm sure of that money.
Yeah.
I could easily invest in a business or take a small loan and start a business. And for how long are you planning on being a teacher or retiring?
They want
This is what I want
yes.
to know. You have to think ahead of your retirement is not too far around the bend, or you're going to turn old and gray as a teacher.
Right, right.
You understand? Start a business that will generate some money that you could fall back on later on in the future, or open, an opportunity for the students. If so many teachers open a business, you know how many students could come out and get employed? We have
Yeah.
so many students graduating every year, and hardly they could find a job when they get out from.
But I am saying this.
Yeah.
Of all of the lending institutions in this country, the banks and the credit unions and what have you, I mean, if 10 teachers get themselves together,
Yeah.
10 in a group, and you divide the thousands of teachers in this country, divide them into groups of 10,
Yeah. For
And-
each district or so.
or for
Or
the
all
whole
over,
country,
all over, yeah.
the groups of 10. And these groups of 10 will go to the bank or any other lending institutions,
Right.
and each one of them will apply for a loan of $10,000. That's $100,000 for this one group of 10.
Yeah.
The other group of 10 will get
To open a business.
Yes, to open a business, and the 10 of them will be
Have
the
shares.
shares in that business.
Yeah, have
And then the other 10 will do the same, and 10, 10, 10, 10, and each 10 is good for $100,000. Then they will put that investment in there and generate their own funds while waiting for the government to pay them what they had been owed.
Right.
And so instead of just sitting back and crying and depending
This
and
is another part
you
of
know,
it, I say, because the Bible reads
The Bible reads.
also about murmuring. This is another form of murmuring.
That is
If
murmuring.
the people are always finding faults in the government or in anything.
protesting
It's
is
pro-
murmuring,
it's a murmur.
and that is
It's
that
another
is that
form
is
of
a sin
murmur.
in the eyes of
yes,
God.
that's what the people used to do. When they came out of Egypt, they were slaves and they came out, and Moses is leading them to the land of milk and honey,
Yeah.
and they're murmuring the whole entire way along. So we're not doing anything different if we're living like this. Us
Yeah.
as a teacher, the union or whatever, we're not living any different than the people
They're
back
still
then.
murmuring.
We're practicing another form of murmur.
I agree with you. That's
So
exactly.
this is the example we should set for our younger generation. So they're going to school for the teachers to teach them, you always have to be protesting, finding faults in something, protest, protest, protest. So the kids will think that, the future is all about protesting.
Exactly.
So we always have to be out and, protesting about something.
And while as I said, that type of loan would be given immediate consideration because of the fact that their
course.
monies are getting paid through the bank anyway.
Yes.
So that will be deducted.
And that's sure that they will be paying
Yeah,
that back.
exactly. And a lot of people say they don't want borrow, they don't want this. That
Oh,
is
yeah.
what keeps us as Belizeans in the gutter where we are right now because of the fact that we are
A lot of
afraid
people
to borrow.
discourage
Look
you
at
to
when
take a
when you
loan.
borrow $10,000 and they are willing to give it to you, you have an intention to open a business that will double that
You
money.
could generate that money in
So,
no time
so
to pay
even
back.
if you are
Yeah.
paying 15% interest
Yeah.
on that, that is nothing compared to what you will be making after
Right.
$10,000. Even if you
Right.
have to pay 2,000 out of that, and you still remain with another $8,000
Right.
profit.
Right.
You understand? But people discourage you.
discourage-
They put
you see, that's
mental
the reason
mental
why-
frustration and negativity
That's
into
the
you.
reason why we
That
shouldn't
we
take
shouldn't
any
borrow by me. You
advice
see me,
from
I mean, not
anyone.
borrow no money, and they put that negativity in you, so
It's
that
wrong,
falls
though.
from one ear to the other ear, and it continues going like that. When the foreigners then afraid for borrow, and then you sit down there when you could have borrow to and escalate yourself.
And start a business.
Or
for
start a
yourself.
business.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, now these teachers, listen to me, these teachers are out there doing a good job.
Yes.
They're
I
training,
don't-
and the children that they're teaching, they end up becoming entrepreneurs. And most of the time, but the
Or
majority
sometimes
of the
modern-day
time,
slaves.
the majority of the time, what they are teaching them is to become modern-day slaves and working for
modern.
somebody else.
Right.
And so
And
they
complaining.
continue
Complaining.
complaining and protesting.
Right.
Like what you rightly say, look like this is our annual thing. And
I'm
so if
wondering.
it is going to be an annual thing, set one specific date like agriculture show or like Labsa Fest and like the Cashew Fest. We know what at the day when they went do
I
the
say
thing there.
election just happened the other day. You know, are we supposed to be looking forward to this happening every year? Man, you elected these people to be behind.
And,
you
and,
know?
and sometimes they,
then now
they,
you
they
have
don't
to
want to
be
be
bothering them.
they don't want to give these people a break.
break
You know what I
to
mean?
get the
Just because
finances
of
under-
sometimes it's political mischief.
I
And
think
that's
so,
what it
because
is.
as the
As the government come in,
as
they
the
don't want
election-
to make them look bad as it is.
And, it's
And
looking
I
bad in the
don't.
outer world.
It is making our country look bad out there. And then they sit down and say, well, I wonder why
Belize is
tourism
always
tourism is not like that,
protesting.
because no. Then they listen to we and they take we make papi show in our
Teachers
self,
are
because we
always
they make we sell papi
If
show.
it's not the teachers, it's the nurses protesting. You see?
You know.
And it's a bad look.
So
It is a bad look.
we definitely have to change our mindset
Of
and
course.
utilize your position there, people, as teachers, because of the fact that you can go out there and borrow money from these learning institutions and start a business, and you yourself still continue to be a teacher, and you will employ somebody else to run that business. So
Yes.
other people will get employed just
Right.
because of what you do by getting a loan from the
You're
learning
educating
institution.
a student to become a worker probably in your establishment until they could probably get themselves on their feet and they have their own business
Yeah.
and become an entrepreneur.
You know, I want to bring forward, because you had mentioned it sometimes back, Mr. Varela, the one who used to manage, like what you said, manage the
The finders
finders
keepers.
keepers.
He was a teacher. I
He was a
admire him.
teacher. This is what I'm
I
saying.
admire him
You
because he
see?
made the step to start a big business.
And his own.
Yes, with the investment that
Well,
from the
ex-
money he made from teaching.
Exactly.
He started a big business.
You see, but you don't have to wait until you retire.
Get old and gray.
To get old and gray, then you only have
Few
5 more
years.
years, and then you kick the bucket, because this is what the retirement is set up to do.
Right.
And you work all these years, then finally you say,
Till you're
yeah,
old and gray.
I retire now, but right after you retire, bring it in both, kick the bucket. So you
Didn't
don't
even-
have no
didn't even
enjoyment.
live to enjoy your money that you were
You know?
working so hard all these years.
So you don't have to wait till retirement for you to use that money to invest, because you don't get too late now. You are doing this. Some
Depressing
of
time.
some of the teachers and the 30s, some of them are younger, but I'm just saying 30s, 40s, and so forth. This is a time for investment. I wish that I
Right.
knew what I know now at that time, that I could have been where I should have been.
Yeah.
But
this is the next thing,
you know?
because this is like an all-time thinking going on in this country for so long. Because a lot of the older generation would advise, girl, you going to take a loan? Oh, that's a bad idea. Not even bad do that, girl. You know that's a bad thing to do if you take loan. They make you feel like guilty. You know, you can't be sharing your ideas, even if you have the vision and you see yourself starting off a business and you go to someone that will discourage you. You know, you have to share your ideas with same minded people like yourself. not closed-minded people that they have one way of thinking and they're not getting anywhere the way they're thinking, and they're trying to keep you behind too.
Yeah.
So you have to surround yourself with consultant. Find someone to consult
Definitely,
with, a business consultant.
if you yourself don't have any business savvy or any business ideas,
Right.
get somebody to share.
Share,
Yeah,
yes,
you have a lot
share.
of business
And
that
encourage you.
are there that can that need assistance.
Right.
And you see a lot of business just
Like
open
our
for
friend
2 months.
Elizabeth that was on the show the last
Yes.
time. She's very good at what she does.
Right.
People like them you should see.
Exactly.
That have that business mind and want to see you flourish, your business flourish, and will walk you through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, instead of trying to do it by yourself and you go to the wrong people to give you the wrong ideas,
So
and advice.
I really believe that we definitely have to take a look at it from a different angle.
Yeah.
Because if something don't work your way, and the first thing that protest, murmur, like what you
It's
said, that
murmuring.
is murmur. The
It's
Bible talks
complaining.
about complaining and murmuring. That is what
Parading
it
through the
is.
street.
You
No,
know,
we're doing
and then if it doesn't work out the way how you want, again you protest and
and
continue.
keeping back, because you know how many days you're spending with the kids out of school because of this whole thing, and the kids are watching like, why am I not in school?
Yeah.
What's the reason behind this now for me not to be in school today? It's not a holiday?
So with all of these, could you imagine now if 100 teachers or 200 teachers get together and borrow a big loan of $1 million?
The problem is solved right there.
Exactly, because
But people think hard and working together.
they will be a group.
No, that's what they need to work as a teachers union.
You-
Form a trust union, trust teachers union, trusting that their business that they put together, all of them, will, work.
Because the responsibility of the union is to keep them unionized. Well, let's unionize them in a different way. Let's form a group of
That will
investors
that will trust each other.
and then
make
from
this
there
flourish.
go to the bank with all of the signatures and so forth and borrow a big money
Right.
and stop depending and waiting on what is owed to you, because what is owed to you will be paid to you, just a little
And
time.
you pay yourself before that time too.
But I
That's just
understand.
gonna be an extra when it comes in.
I understand what they're going through, and
Yeah.
we definitely
But
are
that's
with
gonna
them.
come
But
in.
this is another opportunity that you can create for yourselves and become entrepreneurs while still
Right.
being a teacher. I don't know, and this is because of the fact that intellectual people are in there, and I don't hear nobody talking
Highly
about that.
educated people.
You know what I mean? We don't hear anybody talking about these type of things that they could invest in other things and still be a teacher and still having other people working for them somewhere else, and then they have
This
money
is a-
coming in
this
from
is-
all angles.
I'm a parent, so I think along the line with helping the teacher, in the classroom also, but the teacher is second to the parent, right?
Oh,
When the
yes.
child is in school.
Oh,
So you
yes.
have to think about, I'm an example at home. You're an example too. What you're doing, what you're showing, because it's like a village raising our children.
That's
We're
right.
being like village raising the kids. So we both have to work together and see how we be a better example for these kids.
That's
Not
right.
only just teaching them and instilling things, guiding them, but guide them in the right direction.
That's
Not to
right.
always be on the street protesting with this, killing up themselves under the heat of the sun, and that's the way they're going to live out the rest of their life.
And as I say, if they would just open their minds into other ways of prosperity, they would, because most of the time the teachers that are teaching right there, at least 67 or 68%, I can't get the thing.
Yeah.
They are teaching because not because they love it.
Yeah.
It's a smaller percentage teaching because they
Because they
really love it from the bottom of their heart.
Yes, there's.
And from their a little child, that's what they wanted to do when they grow up.
Yeah.
And it's only a minute percentage that are in there for that.
Yes.
The others are only in there for money. And there wasn't
In
any
every-
other there wasn't any other alternative out
In
there
every
for them. They just
profession.
went there because they found out that that is an easier way of going with, well, we say easy, but it's hard. But all the same, they
And
know
you
that they
see,
don't have to do
we
any
could
manual
s-
labor for that.
We could say the same thing when it comes to the nurse, because the nurse have a union too, right? When they do their protesting and stuff.
yeah.
Well, all the nurses, they could form something similar to that, a nice little union where they place a loan together and start a business instead of just self-relying on the government alone.
Yeah, well, they relying on that because of the fact you owe me, so I have to rely upon you for payment, which is all right. But in the meantime, they can do other methods
form another mentality.
You got that right.
Instead of just,
so
oh,
why
government,
and
depend
just
on the
wait
government,
and wait?
depend,
Oh, you do wait
depend on
and wait, and then you are in the position to get finances to finance other business for yourself, and while you are waiting for the government to pay you, and then you will see yourself moving forward.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
This is what I'm saying.
Instead of complaining forever so long.
Yes, and
Murmuring.
You know what I mean? You see.
Yeah.
So we definitely have.
We need to come
look
out of
here,
that.
please share this because I don't know. We're not to go in depth.
We need to get out of
we
that
just
mindset. We've been a complaining country for
Yeah.
so long. Complain about every little minute thing when it comes to the government. That because we're so self-reliant on the government. Everyone. Oh, I'm going to see this minister. I'm going to see that one. Sometimes these people need a break.
That's right.
You understand? They have a whole lot of responsibilities. You could watch Trump and all of these people, and you feel very sorry for Trump. Oh, he has so much on his hands dealing with a whole. What do you think about our prime minister? Do you think he doesn't have a lot on his
Yes,
plate?
man, and so and that's one of the reasons why I say we're supposed to pray for our prime minister. We're supposed to pray for our minister of government because of the fact that we don't know. We only every little thing you want to blame this one, you want to blame the other minister.
Nobody
Look here,
want to take the blame. Anyway.
this is not the way it's supposed to be because of the
Right.
fact that. Sometimes it is all political motivated to stir up something over Yana so that the present administration will look bad. And so they say, well, that, after all, say, look,
Anytime they put anybody in power, let me contest out and say how the UDP won. Pressure them. Because if it was UDP that won, they would have pressured them the same way.
Yes.
They would still have done the protesting.
Yes, but I understand it's the same thing. And
so this is what I'm saying. It's just a practice. It's a habitual thing.
And since we are on that level right there, I will tell you right offhand right now, if I was a minister of government, I could tell you right now that I will hire my granny, my grandpa, my auntie, my cousin for under my administration, all of them will get a job. That and I know they tell you about what you call it, nepotism. I will tell you from day one. When I get in, all my people will help elect me, all of my campaigners, everybody will get job. Because that's why then they support you with the expectation that you will help me. And that's why it is said that it is not good for people to receive gifts because then they will.
These people, and then right after you finish electing them, you want to get in under them. You put the pressure on them.
Yes, well, this is...
As you finish elect them, you start putting the pressure.
Like nobody can say, well, look here, man, after...
I thought they would have waited at least another year.
Well, that's why they should have make one law like that. After a person get in power, give them one year. Yeah. After that, then you could start to say something. Yeah. But give them one chance, make them prove themselves, man. No. These people don't want to give nobody no chance. As soon as they get in, ding, look here, you don't start wrong. And that is wrong, man. Make we give the people a chance and give the people a break.
I'm telling you, these people that are protesting, if they were ever in power, they would know the pressure that they would be under.
And the thing is, a lot of times when you look at some streets there in Punta Gorda, in those back areas, those streets have been there like that from the past administration, from the past government that was in power. And now all of a sudden they will bring it up, and they want to fix a street, and their road, that was there. Why they never complained when they were in power? Now that this government is in power, now this is the time when they will start to complain now. And you have a lot of people make suggestions and so forth.
It's a bad practice.
It's bad. It's a bad style, don't it?
Exactly.
That bad style, don't it? Because so when this party is in, now it's best you document things now so that if afterwards you see.
So for every little thing we're going to be protesting after this.
No, man, no, it shouldn't be that way. And if there is a need
there's a civilized way that things could happen and come through.
Right.
Instead of that kind of way.
Yeah.
I think.
If they want to protest, or if anybody wants to protest peacefully, then let all the problems build up into one thing, and so that will be protest day. We'll mark protest will be in
And then
August
ask
such and
each
such.
person, what you're protesting
Yeah,
about?
yeah. Then
You
yeah.
find any fault
Everybody
with
have
that?
something, but
Okay, I have a fault with this. I have
yeah,
a
well,
fault with
protest
so
day.
everybody come with all their fault.
Exact. One day when be protest day.
Wow.
Every year.
That's a
Bec-
problem.
well, every year
Everybody
because
will have a
so
problem.
so everybody don't matter, but everybody don't have one problem.
Well,
But
it's,
but
it
but
come with
that
the point that you have.
that
A
will
problem
be
can be solved.
yeah, that will be an annual protest day. We have
Yeah.
set one date for it, just like Agric Show and Lobster Fest. That will be annual protest day. So and that day, whoever wants to protest, you will join the
Oh,
line.
my.
You will come in at your yellow shirt, your green shirt, like the teachers, your other shirt, whatever protest you're protesting.
Think about, well,
That will be
might
the
as
protest
well,
day. Might
make
as
it
well
be a
because
full protest day.
it's going on
So
annually.
everybody, so we don't take out so much time out of the whole year.
No,
just let
because,
it be one day.
exactly one
That
day will be
everybody could protest
the,
about all the problems
the
they have,
annual
the issues
protest
they
day.
have.
Every year that protest day will be that one day out of the year.
Yeah.
I
To
think
save us some time.
It will
out
be
of the
save,
rest of
it
the
will
year.
exactly.
From keeping his kids out of school
So
and keeping business fluctuating.
everybody
the way
will
it's
have
supposed to.
everybody have the little placard out there where then the protest vote. You
Yeah.
know, I the protest because they fall only on Monday. And where you the protest vote, sir? I the protest because they stop make I kill give that. And this one when protest, you know what I mean? And
Because I can't eat no cogs.
you understand what I mean?
Cogs is season done.
But that's another thing.
Well.
Things you bring that up because listen now, you can't eat crayfish or what do you call it, lobster,
Lobster.
because the lobster.
If they're not in a season.
That to
Or
me,
Bex
to me,
doesn't
to
come
me,
out of
to me,
season.
that's a nonsense business right there. Because now, why you have freezer for then? I mean to say, my goodness, you could have freeze your thing in your freezer
Yeah.
and cook up for the restaurant people, the people who come to your restaurant all year round.
Yeah.
But they are stagnating. I know why they are putting it out there because they don't want to catch undersized lobster.
Yeah.
But you can very
Or
well.
some that are breeding already.
But you
know.
can, yeah. But you
Yeah.
can very well tell them before they make this decision about a date that will be the deadline for the
season.
close of the
The
season.
season, yeah.
You could call the people, the fisheries there, and tell them, all right, the season will close tomorrow. Well, I just want to inform you that this is my freezer. These are not caught yesterday. These
caught a long time ago.
right, these are caught a long time ago. And so they will see how many you have documented. They could very well see how your list goes on as to how many
You
lobsters
catch
you
your fresh one,
utilize
yeah, been getting
from
in
now until the reopening of the season.
Yeah.
And so you could have that continuously going.
Yeah.
But that is a stagnation that they have been doing, and nobody say anything about it. And you only hear them on their talk show, and they want to talk one other thing. Everybody want to believe that they're smarter and this one and smarter, and they want
Smart elite.
that's Smart Alec and Erica. You know what I mean? And then it's there. You know, in the States, they don't have no
Smart
close.
Alec and
In
Erica.
the States and some other Caribbean countries, they don't have no closed season for these things.
Yeah.
You know, I do agree the protection is needed.
Yeah.
And
it
all
is,
of that.
definitely,
But then
definitely. We have to protect our,
yeah,
our marine life.
but exactly.
do.
But then at the
There's
same
a limit to everything. There
at the
has to
same
be a limit
at the
to
same
everything.
time, the fisher folks out there can very well go because they know the season will be closing. One
Right.
week in advance, they could go out there and up and bring in and
Exactly.
stack up.
Right.
Stack up for
Well,
the
it's
whole
the same thing with mango
the
season.
full
You
close
see
season.
some people they can't even eat one mango, and so many mango go to spoil. If the mangoes were distributing the proper way in the whole country, a lot of people could get mango every season. But some people don't even get one taste of one mango.
Well, that's another part
It
of
happened to
breed.
me. I remember a mango season. I wanted mango so bad, and like the whole mango season, I never ate one mango.
And you know,
and I never thought it would go by so fast.
And a lot of people out there have 3 and 4 mango tree in the yard.
They rather
And
rot.
they're rather rotten right
Yeah,
there.
that's true.
And
They're selfish when it
very
comes to
very
their
selfish,
fruits.
you know, like
Like I don't want to give she, I don't want she.
and they don't spend
So
nothing, they don't
they're
spend
rather
nothing
rot.
for fertilizer or nothing.
It's God given.
You know,
God
and
made the
they
plant.
refuse to have people come in their yard and
Yeah.
take the mangoes them.
Yeah, or
you know?
they just distribute it to the neighbors. you know?
Exactly,
Come on.
and
Give
even
this one a bag full, give
you-
that one a bag full,
exactly,
give that one a bag full.
you know, and you
Even
know
a bucket if
the
it's not bucket.
buses coming from these villages, right? They charge by the bucket too. If you got, you and pay your $2 or $3, and the bucket here and pay a dollar. So, but if you tell the bus driver or the conductor, look, your man, like, give away the thing, you want it? You care too, but you want one bucket because I give away. So, not charge me for it because I'm
But
going
some
to
people,
give it
what,
away.
they don't want to eat, they rather left it for
That's the way
spoil.
they say, man.
Blue concas, blue concas.
This is not right.
Blue concas, but
and
you don't want to eat, you will left to spoil.
I
You rather
tell you.
nobody else get to have a taste of it. And that's so, that's not being nice and kind, man. You're really practicing selfishness.
That's a selfishness. That's a definitely
It's
selfishness is right.
selfishness.
All right, then. Well,
Yeah.
we are saying a mouthful there,
Oh yeah.
and let's continue.
And we could continue,
But
we have to
we
give
pass
props to our sponsors.
first stop speedy
Speedy
money. And right here in the city of Belmopan, and
directly across from Angela's
from
Press.
Angela's Press,
And
and that's Constitution Drive.
Yes.
And
The
the
places
place
look beautiful.
renovated. I mean, it looks so nice.
Yes, it does. It
wow.
feels so homey. I love to walk into places and they have plants that just set it off for me.
Yes.
It just makes you
Well,
feel
it's not done yet,
welcome.
They just
I
start,
know,
but from the
right?
outside, I mean, to say it's beautiful and
Right,
it's
right.
very attractive.
Yes.
And by the way,
You could get your payday loans.
your payday loans is available there, and then from there you can pawn your vehicle.
Anything and keep driving.
Vehicles.
Last time you
We
said-
always talk about vehicles as like cars and truck
The
and.
last time you said a ship.
The last time I said ship, the people ain't got enough money for ship, man. But then I got to
Cruise ship?
boat and dory.
Well,
Make
it worse.
So it will be it will be vehicles and vessels.
yes.
Because
both.
we know here other pawn shop they
Tractors, anything
in a
that's mobile.
vessels. So
Yeah.
vessels is included there.
Right.
And
right.
because people they want money, they can pawn their boat that they go to
Yes.
fishing with,
Yes.
and then they
you
could
ca-
still go fishing with the boat.
Right.
Or you have your vehicle that you use for a taxi, you could pawn that out and still utilize it as a
It makes
taxi.
life so easy.
Because I did tell you, when you're in a one jam, that one
And
hard
we
thing
do
forget
get
what
there
money.
sometimes,
I mean to say, the friends that you believe will help you, they don't help you.
Our family.
Our family, thank you for
I'm
reminding
telling
me
you,
about
so when
family.
you're in a little
And-
debt
and
or you
so-
have bills to pay.
So I am glad
Yes.
for institutions like a place like First Stop
Yes.
Speedy Money,
When you're in
because
a jam.
you could turn it and they know and turn you down.
Right. They
You know,
won't.
They know and turn you down, and you could always
Rely on them more than
rely
anyone else.
on them.
That's for sure. And the percentage is good. Interest rate. Well, for the payday loans, there's no interest rate right now. She's giving that.
Well, that's supposed to be.
that's over, you think? That's over?
That's over right now.
Well-
And that number is 615-1343 is
Yeah.
the number to call
Okay.
at the First Stop Speedy Money right here in Belmopan, opposite
Yes.
Angela's Press and Constitution Drive.
But definitely she'll have that again. They'll
oh,
have that. They'll have
the
that
way
on-
how the place they renovate, they will have a lot
Oh
of
yeah,
things.
they'll have a lot.
You know what
to
I mean?
offer.
And so we have invited Miss Palacio on the
Yes,
show,
we
and she tells us that she will be informing us when
Oh,
she
yeah.
will come to the show. I guess she want renovate the place total, man, and then so when they come,
Yes,
you
man,
know.
I know.
But
I would
we-
be the same, you
we,
know, if
we,
I'm
we are
doing
we are we are
business, yeah.
we are getting a lot of feedback from
from the general public,
people
yeah.
who are visiting there, people from Kamalote, and people from the not Las Forest. What's the name of that village there before after you Armenia. Armenia.
I was trying to remember.
Armenia. And so we are encouraging people from the surrounding areas here in the city of Belmopan to utilize the First Stop Speedy Money pawn shop, and you know, they're there for you. They're there for you, and we will definitely be having
more informed about all the
having the lady Miss Palacio in person right here in the studio in the weeks coming. And we have the big agricultural show coming up on this coming, well, not this weekend, but the following weekend. And so we will be out there, and
live in person.
live and direct. And so we will be visiting those booths out there as well, and informing them of our services. And you know something, we will be targeting the people that have businesses here in the city of Belmopan, because of the fact that we are here for you. And we are not getting enough response from.
Well, that's how it goes at times,
But
but-
look here, we don't be like the churches, you know, where we sit down in there and wait for them come. We going out there, and, you know,
We
we
get
were
out like
we
missionaries.
were talking. I heard a lot of people mention the fact about a lot of people in gang related areas. They are not seeing the Christian people going to
Not
them.
even.
They are waiting for them to come to the church,
this
and
is what I'm saying.
so we are not going to be there. Once
That's
you're out
it,
there in
right.
the showground, we will be visiting your booth.
Each booth, from booth to booth.
And we will let you know that, you know, we would like to get your support on the show right here because
Oh, yeah,
we are
I'd like
here
to
for
have
you.
on the show.
And this
So
is
that
where
you
it
can come
is.
and talk more about your business.
That's right.
Because
And we are here for you. And we gone viral. You know what I mean? This is a viral talk show right here. And
Yes.
Print Belize Limited is there right here for you for all your printing needs. And of course, you know, they're getting their high quality printing.
Yes.
And this studio has recently been renovated. So we will be having again the live studio audience. And so we are getting there.
We are.
Yep.
Still
And,
not surely.
yeah, and if you're thinking of, and if you know somebody who knows somebody that have cancer,
Vitatalk.
That's
Blue
it.
scorpion cancer medication. That's
the blue
cancer
scarpion venom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
venom.
you just have to, the bottle about this size here, about a couple of inches,
Yes.
$350.
So just some little drop.
Just a
Vitatalk.
little drop under your tongue,
It's a
and you will
cancer.
see the great effect of this.
Sometimes I wonder if I can try it just for the immune booster part.
Well,
But I have to do some research.
yeah,
Like, because it's an immune booster.
yeah,
so
immune booster.
it should be able to boost.
It give you appetite, and
Yeah, it gives you appetite and all that. So
the final note for that, it cure your cancer. Thing done right there.
And then Sorian, right? That's
Brigading boof. Thing done.
Yeah.
So you could call 610-1001 for further information for this
blue scorpion.
blue scorpion venom cancer medication from Havana. Look here, sometimes you have to mention where you come from, you know, because if you didn't mention that and you don't mention people and say, Belize, it was American right now, then Bakabushi already, you know.
But you'd be surprised when we get out of our Bakabushi right
exactly, but then when people hear Havana, Cuba from
Well,
they
those
have one
scientists are
big
doing a lot of research.
laboratory there,
Yeah,
and
they're
of
doing
course
a
a
lot
lot
of
of our
research.
doctors are out, or a lot of our people are out there studying.
Yes,
studying.
my cousin, he went to Cuba and studied to be a doctor. Now he has
Exactly.
his own clinic in Belize.
But even so, the doctors that are coming out from these different institutions, they will not, or they don't want to, because they believe more scientifically about the other things that they have learned.
Yeah.
But this Vitatalk is something that they don't promote, but they don't deny it. That's the thing, because remember when we went to talk to the other doctors and we tell them about Vitatalk, they never denied. You know what I mean? But they don't want to promote it either. That's another. That's where we're glad that's where we come
You
in.
can't believe in something and you don't promote it.
Exactly.
Or believe in a person and don't pick up the person.
Exactly.
So, you know, he has to
Yeah.
balance out.
Yeah. We want to pick up Mr. Boots, by the way.
Our
Correct. Our
Mr. Boots,
behind the scene, the technician, and the man a big DJ too. You know. Yeah.
Not easy.
Yes.
Not easy. Come well equipped.
Anyway, we want to say the people there from the
Toucan
Toucan Industries, top of the afternoon, and
afternoon,
they have the
Cool the light.
Cool the Light
Caribbean sunrise.
Caribbean
Bella Vita water.
and Bella Vita water.
All to quench your thirst
Quench your
on
thirst.
a hot sunny day.
Well,
And summer is right around the bend. So
well,
those
some
are some nice drinks to be
and you
hydrating
can
on.
get your Bella Vita water delivered to your business or your homes for $3.50. Located right here in Belmopan and Forest Drive. And they do MoneyGram services as well.
And they package.
And yes, that's
Put it
right.
At your
If you
want to start your own business,
if you want to, this is another thing for the teachers right there now.
This is
If you
easy.
want to package your own juice, you know, they do the packaging, they do the labeling and everything. They wrap them up, and all you find is a distributor to go and distribute them different parts. Because all we are hearing now is different. This one have juice available.
Yeah,
You
some
could make
people
your
don't
own
know what
juice.
really to sell, but those juice are the best sellers because it's all over. countrywide.
Look here. Wait.
And you know which one is my favorite.
Yeah,
Soursop.
soursop. My
That's a
favorite
hit.
too. My favorite.
It's a hit everywhere.
Yeah.
It tastes just like some places when you go to the restaurants and it's so creamy, nice
Yeah,
and creamy.
yeah, that's
With
right.
ice. Ooh,
Yeah. So that's it.
my.
That's it on the Bella Vita water. That Bella Vita water is catching on. More people are using that, and we know that for a fact that the juice are spreading countrywide. And
I'm so happy to see it.
yes, and one of these days we will get the owner to come in and chit chat with us here, because they have come a long way from that establishment there. That was the original Toucan match. And
Yes, we went there when it was a match.
Yeah, the
That's
students used to go
couple
there because Mr. Bradley, the original owner, Mr. Khalid,
I still like using those two
father,
matches.
yeah,
I remember
and
those days,
so they came a long way, and they put a new twist to it, and so now,
I love that twist though.
yeah, so if you
From
could.
fire to Hugo.
Yeah, to Hugo. So from fuego to Hugo. Yeah, and water. So out the Hugo.
Hey.
Yes, but that is it. That is it. What we'll do, we'll just take a break and then we'll come right back right here in the program. That's the Stur. All right.
Straight to the point, with no time to waste. Let's all unite, let's all speed up the pace. We can always do our part, assisting for betterment. Don't be selfish and be misled, 'cause the people is the government. Don't be selfish and be misled, 'cause the people is the government. Produce what we consume, consume what we produce. Export more and import less. Belize now heading for the best. Straight to the point, with no time to waste. Let us all unite, let's all speed up the pace. Agriculture is our future, alleviating poverty. You from the private sector, we all in on this together. So when you begin to bargain, won't you remember everybody here should always win? Don't be selfish and be misled, 'cause the people is the government. Producing what we consume, consuming what we produce. I want you to export more, my Belizeans. I want you to import less and make it the best. Straight to the point, with no time to waste. Let us all unite. Let us speed up the pace. Belize is my story. Belize is my glory and my history. And every single step in my life I make, Belize wins a victory. Agriculture is our future, alleviating poverty. You from the private sector, we're all in this together. So when you begin to bargain, I want you remember everybody here should always win. Produce what we consume. Consume what we produce. Export more and import less. Belize now heading for the best. No say you hear it from me. You better go hear it for yourself. And you will know that the viral talk show, that is Stur. Yeah. No say you hear it from me. You better go and hear it for yourself. And you will know that the viral talk show, that is Stur. Our open learning channel, yes, you will know that is Stur. From Print Belize Limited, yes, you will know that is Stur. That is Stur. On TV, that is Stur. On social media, that is Stur. You will know that is Stur. Hey! If you want to get the message, no go for hearing so. Better turn to your talk show. That is Stur. That is Stur. By word and mouth. That is Stur. All about. Yes, that is Stur. That is Stur. Your talk show. That is Stur. That is Stur.
Well, yes, we're back, and we're back to go off again because the time has come. It's already just a few minutes to 3 o'clock, and you know we have been going on at it, and we like to thank our viewers from across the country of Belize, and of course from outside as well, because since we get a lot of supporters, you know, and abroad, we have a lot of people viewing us there in the south, and people from the villages out there up north and so forth. So we can't keep a tab as to how many people are viewing us on the television, but we apologize for not being on the show from last week. And they really get to you and say, we got on last week, you know. So we can keep a tab on how many viewers we have on the through TV land, but you can always have that, and they could see how many people are viewing us on the Facebook page, and regardless of how many viewers we have on Facebook, we know that we appreciate it, and that will not discontinue us from thinking that yes, we are still viral. You know what I mean? And so this is the Viral Talk Show, and we want to thank Print Belize for this platform. That's right. That's right. And so we will being here next week, please, the good Lord. And then, of course, the Saturday at the Agric Show for next week, we will be here. And looking forward to that, definitely. So until then, God bless, and we'll be with you on this coming Tuesday. All right.
No say you hear it from me. You better go hear it for yourself. And you will know that the viral talk show, that is Stur. Yeah. No say you hear it from me. You better go and hear it for yourself. And you will know that the viral talk show, that is Stur. Our open learning channel, yes, you will know that is Stur. From Print Belize Limited, yes, you will know that is Stur. That is Stur. On TV, that is Stur. On social media, that is Stur.